Okay, today I'm going to help you with the average grades for loop. Three of you have completed it. Um, so it's important that all of you complete it today so we can move forward. Where we're headed is we're going to use the average grades for loop program. We're going to play with it. We're going to change its format. And we're also going to add AP bonus points to it, but we're not going to do that today. All we're going to do today is get the for loop working so that it will average grades that you enter. All right, so we're going to build on this. So this program you need to complete and understand its structure. So then, because once you understand its structure and how it works, we can modify it and add to it, and you won't be confused or challenged by it. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and modify this program. I'm going to put my name here so don't get -1. That Mr. Yeager, he's quite a stickler. And the date is, what is today's date? 11/11. Today's 11/11. It's Veterans Day. Woohoo! All right, so I need a couple import statements, don't I? I'm gonna use import java dot util dot scanner. We want import java dot text. Is it decimal format? All right, so we got our average grades for loop program. We need some objects. We need an object from a scanner, so I'm going to use scan, same old one. You can use anything you want. And decimal format, we want 4 decimals, so I'm going to use a variable called dec4. So I'm going to do hashtag, comma, hashtag 0.0000. That forces the zeros, even if... All right, so I'm going to go ahead and compile mine. All right, everything's fine so far. So I need some variables. Okay, so we're going to be putting in grades. We're going to keep track of how many grades we put in, and we're going to average them. All right, and we got to know how many grades we're going to put in. So private string letter grade. All right, these are grades we enter, i.e. like B plus. All right. Now we got to keep track of how many. We gonna ask the user how many. So we got private int num grades. This is how many grades will be entered. All right. So we got to keep track of how many grades are entered. So private int count. this keeps track of how many grades entered. I guess we could use num grades, because if they say it's gonna, we could use num grades. We don't have to, I guess we don't have to do this. We don't have to keep track, because the for loop's gonna keep track for us, and it's num grades, right? Num grades and that count should be the same, because it's not gonna ask, do you want to enter another grade? It's just gonna run num grades time. All right, so now we need a total, because we're gonna add up all the grade values. Oh, we need grade values. Private double grade value, right? This is the decimal value of a grade. So, i.e., a B plus is what? 3.7? So B plus would be 3.7. And then we got private double sum grades. This is the total of all the grade values. Right? And then we've got average, right? All right, so this is the average of all our grades to 4 decimals. All right, you don't have to put all these notes in. I just wanted to add these notes so you would understand what all these different variables are used for. Now, these are all private in the spirit of encapsulation. I'm going to keep them private so no one else can change them while we're running this program. So now we want to set all these things. So we got num grades. All right, we're going to do num grades last. So, well, we'll just do that separate. Num grades is going to be 0. And we got grade value, which equals sum grades and grade average all equals 0. Those are all doubles, so I did 0.0. I'm not going to put in anything in for the string one, because our scanner is going to take care of that. All right, so here's our program. Let's do the guts. So average grades for loop start equals new average grades for loop start.program. Hopefully you guys know this by now. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to ask the user. We're going to ask the user how many grades you want to enter. So system.out.print enter the number of grades you are going to you want to average. All right, so this is going to show up, and then boom. That number is going to go into num grades, right? So num grades scan, and it's going to be integer, so it's next int, and then we're going to clear our scanner. All right, so we have the number of grades. Now we want to create a for loop that will sum up all these grades, right? For loop that will sum the grade value of all the letter grades entered. All right, so we have to do some little conversion here. Convert from numbers. All right, so our for loop. For int index. All right, we're going to start at 0. As long as the index is less than the number of grades this person has told us to do, and then we're gonna go up index plus plus. Boop, boop. All right, open, close, wiggle brackets, end for loop. All right, so in this, so now we want the user to enter a grade. All right, so we're going to enter grade. Ask user to enter a letter grade. All right, so system.out.print enter a letter grade. All right. So this thing goes into our letter grade, right? So I want to make sure that's what I called it. Come on. Letter grade, all right? Come on, stop it. My mouse is going crazy. All right, equals scan dot next line. Because it's a string, right? It's a string, and since we're using scan.nextLine, we don't have to clear the keyboard. Yay! All right, so now I have this letter grade in letter grade. I have like A or a C or a D or a D plus, and now I need to convert that letter grade to a number, and then I need to add them all up. Okay, so here we're going to do, all right, so we're going to convert letter grade to a grade value, some sort of value. All right, so what we're going to do is the if statement. If letter grade dot equals ignore case, because we don't know if the person's going to enter them in lowercase. So we're going to start with an A. All right, we're going to check to see if it's an A. If we don't need squiggle brackets because this is going to be a one-liner. So here we're going to do, did we call it grade value? Grade value. Okay, so we got grade value is going to equal a 4.0. else if letter grade dot equals ignore case B plus. Oops. Our grade value is going to be a 3.7. I think. No, that's an A minus. 3.7 is A minus. So this is 3.3. All right, so this is an A minus because there are A minuses. A minus is 3.7. Got to spell value right. And so this line, this else if, is going to repeat it a couple times. So I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to copy it a couple times. All right, so that's once. All right, so I'm going to do, here's going to be B plus, and this is going to be a B, this is going to be a B minus, and this is going to be a C plus, and this is going to be a C, and this is going to be a C minus, and this is going to be a D plus, and this is going to be a D. And if it's not any of those things, oops, else grade value will equal 0, which is an E. All right, so now let me fix all these values. So this is a 3.3. A B is just a 3.0. Oh man, I've got all my semicolons. This is going to be a 2.7. And this is going to be a 2.3. It's going to be a 2.0. This one's going to be a 1.7. This is going to be a 1.3. And this is going to be a 1.0. All right. So let's compile. Let's straighten this all out. No, grade value. Doesn't like grade. Let's compile it. See what the problem is. If letter grade. Oh. There we go. Bam. Oh, I need an extra parenthesis on all of these. Silly me. Boy. Feel a little scatterbrained today. Hopefully this isn't confusing you. See, I make mistakes too. Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are good. You learn from them. Okay, let's try this again. Now what? State program. Start. Pfft, I can't even spell correctly. Must be Monday. Oh, it is Monday. All right, cool. Now I'm going to clean this up. See, bam. Isn't that cool? Cleaned it all up for me. So here's my ginormous conversion from a letter grade to a grade value. All right. So I'll go through and I'll sign all this. So now that grade value has, or every time this thing runs, I want our sum grade with the grade value. Every time it runs, boom, 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 boom. All right? Is sum grade the name of it? Sum grades. All right, I gotta put an S on that. Sum grades. All right, so it's gonna add it all up. Add them up, add them up, add them up. All right, let's make sure everything's fine. Okay, cool. Now, once it's done its for loop, let's say you wanted to enter 10 grades. It's gonna do it 10 times. This thing adds up. So now, outside of my for loop, I have to do my average. So I'm going to make sure my grade average. Okay, grade average. Grade average is going to be my sum grades divided by my num grades. Just make sure it's num grades. All right. Num grades, okay. So grade average, sum grades, num grades. And now I need to print, right? System.out.print ln grade. All right, I'm gonna kick down one line, escape the sequence. Grade average. Concatenate. Now I'm gonna do dec for dot format. In here I'm gonna put my grade average. Okay, so it'll print my grade average. Boom. So let's compile it and we'll run it. All right, enter the number of grades you want to enter. So I'm going to enter 3 grades. All right, first one is an A, second one's a B, and the third one is a C. All right, so I get an A, a B, a C. Now 4, 3, and 2, so that's 9. So my average should be 3.0000. It is. Yay! All right, let's try it with an A minus and a B plus. All right, we'll try 2 grades. So we get an A minus and a B plus. So that's A minus is 3.7 and a B plus is 3.3. So when you add those together, you get 7. So we should get a 3.5000. Yay! Okay, so our program is working. It's very important that you get your program to work correctly and test it with a couple grades like I did to make sure you're getting the right average. Because the head of the class, the competition for the head of the class, when you start calculating GPAs, it's very cutthroat. And nobody likes to be cheated a thousandth spot. Okay. Now you can go ahead today. You have to get this program done today before we move forward. Okay?